But we're going to move on to a cruise that I know very well because I was actually on board the ship in May of this year. I'm actually thinking of doing this one again with some different friends next year.
It says it all, doesn't it? Yeah, absolutely.
I loved it. And if you're thinking, well, why is the Celebrity Eclipse so special? Let's take you on board and give you an idea, a little taster, because she is a stunning ship. So Celebrity have won so many awards over recent months, and it's all about 5-star modern luxury.
It is, and she only launched in 2010, so she's still relatively new, isn't she? And of course,
and
you've got
an
immaculate, and I mean, look at the standard of the cabins, and you've got, you know, very interesting features like the half-acre lawn club. So you've got real grass on board. I love that. The tub outside, wonderful. Great service as well. You'll be so looked after. You've got the hot glass show as well, which showcases all facets of like glass blowing, and you can go and do workshops, and there's demos and lectures, so depending as much or as little as you want to do. The food. The food.
There is a difference between 4 and 5-star. I've been on 20 cruises, I counted, and the 5-star food and service was incredible.
And you've got those real specialty restaurants here, haven't you?
Yes,
like
you have.
Murano's and the Tuscan Grill. I'm sure you tried a lot of them. But then you've also got the more informal buffet style, like the Tex-Mex, curries, Asian fish, Italian. You could literally eat something different, every different type of food every night.
And I was just really impressed with the friendliness of the staff as well. You know, nothing was too much trouble. They really did look after every single passenger. And I love, look how beautiful. Even the live, you said you sometimes read a book.
Yeah, and you just want to go and find a quiet corner, you can. Maybe recovering from the night before even. And for, you know, for anybody that likes a spa as well, you know, I do love a bit of a pamper, a facial or a manicure and that kind of thing. And you've got spinning classes as well. Have you ever done one of those?
Yes,
they're for the more lively amongst us, but they're quite, if you've had a little bit too much buffet, they're a good idea.
Actually, I did use the gym a couple of times when I was aboard, I
quite like it, actually. I don't do it all the time, but I would definitely always take my stuff.
Looking over the fjords, you know, on
it's not bad.
It's a lot better.
I always think that means I can have another glass of wine later.
Absolutely, and a bit more food. Anyway, let's have a look. I was so impressed with fjords. I really want to recommend this itinerary to everybody. Have a look from Southampton, so again, no problem with luggage or anything like that. First day at sea and over to Bergen.
Yes, and of course, you know, we've talked about the ship a great deal, but what you're getting to do here is travel around the Norwegian fjords, which are, as Sean will tell you, completely breathtaking, stunning, that you need to see them. They are beautiful. So Bergen is known as the gateway to the fjords. It's Norway's second largest city, and yet you've only got like 235,000 inhabitants. That sort of says it all. So you've got that wonderful fresh air, you've got that feeling of space, and it's very picturesque. And in the summer, of course, you've got endless hours of sunlight as well.
I tell you what's nice, when you go in May, you get the best of both, because you still, like in the top of the, you know, fjords, you see a little bit of snow and things like that, but everything is waking up because it's springtime, so it's a lovely time to go.
It's like a fairy tale, isn't it, really? Great, you've got the fish market, you can go and visit little churches, it's all beautiful. And then day 4, we're going to Alesund, which actually in 1904, there was a big fire there, so the way it's been rebuilt means it's a little bit different to the other places, because it's been like rebuilt in an Art Nouveau style, and there's these really amazing like towers and turrets, and again, if you were setting a fairy tale somewhere, I think this would be the perfect place. It was once voted the most beautiful town in Norway.
Doesn't surprise me, actually.
No, I'm sure not. And then there's a place called the Trollveggen Visitor Centre. Sorry about the accent.
No, it wasn't bad.
I gave it a go. And here you've got Europe's highest vertical mountain wall, so quite spectacular. And there's a place that you can go and observe this from. It's really interesting. So loads to do there. Then day 5, we're in Geiranger. Now, the Geiranger Fjord is, again, really beautiful. I mean, have a look.
I just couldn't believe, you know, the ship, you know, it's a really nice-sized ship.
Yeah.
But when you look up, the fjords are so vast and deep. It's
I know.
Incredible.
It's quite humbling, isn't it? It makes you feel really tiny in a good way. And you've got that natural beauty. And you imagine sailing through
I remember waking up at 6:30 in the morning, which I never do, but there's just a glint of light coming through the curtain. We'll talk about the balcony upgrade in a second, by the way. But just looking out, and I had to go up the balcony, I just took it all in. It's amazing.
I had a moment.
I did.
See, and you still remember it to this day, and you always will. It's wonderful.
Loved it.
And then if you want to go up the Geiranger Mountain Road, it's quite impressive. You've got 29 hairpin bends to get to, so it depends. But if you go around Eagles Road, there's a great observation point where you can see more of this stunning scenery. And then day 6, we're in Stavanger. Now, you could do a little sort of mini cruise here, the Liza Fjord cruise, which is on obviously a smaller boat, and that tour takes about 3 hours. You can go and visit the famous Pulpit Rock, which is there, but you've also got in Stavanger waterfalls, idyllic islands, just magnificent. And you've got Old Stavanger as well, the little old town. You've got an Iron Age farm. You're basically going back to sort of Viking times and Viking history.
I just loved, you know, I spent the whole day wandering around, you know, with my friends, and it was wonderful. Really was.
Yeah, and there's so much that you can do. And again, if you're the kind of person that likes an excursion pre-booked, we will help you with that at Planet Cruise as well. Just ask. And if the dates don't fit and you want to go on this cruise, just ask again. You know, we will make sure it happens.
And then a final day at sea and
Yes.
back to Southampton.
Yeah.
Do you know, I remember everything was still happening, even at midnight. You know, there's still so much to do at the ship, you know.
Yeah.
Nobody went to bed early on the last night, believe me, it was great.
I bet.
Now,
I bet you made a lot of friends.
I did,
I bet
did.
you talked to everybody.
I did, and I got
It's lovely.
the cruise director, Sue, was lovely as well.
Yeah.
Because the entertainment was just superb. Now,
Such fun.
we've got a very, very special offer on this one today. If you... Now, that 749 is for an inside statement, which is brilliant, but we have a free ocean view to balcony upgrade, where you'll get the free classics drinks package, the free car parking. So I worked it out, because the balcony is 1149. So okay, so that's £400 more, but then you take off what your drinks package would cost and your
Yes.
free car parking.
Yeah.
It's really worth going for that, and a balcony will make such a difference on this cruise if you can go for it. And the drinks package, by the way, just to show you, it's a really good drinks package.
And you're right, if you sit down and kind of work it out, it adds up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's really worth going for this. So do ask our cruise consultants, but you will get that classic drinks package if you go for the ocean view above. And don't forget, ocean view means a balcony upgrade anyway, and your free car parking as well. And
great.
in terms of trips, some great little trips, and as Gemma just mentioned, we can save you up to 60% of the price of those and get them all organised for you. That was a really good cruise.
Yeah, really good cruise. And, you know, it's another thing just to say about cruising generally is I've spent my whole life organising everything and organising the kids, organising myself. Just to go away, it's all done.
Yep.
And you just step on board and that's it, switch the brain off.
And they do, cruise companies do run their ships, you know, so... Just so precisely. There's no...
Yeah, and there's a really big ratio of staff to passengers as well, isn't there, on these kind of cruise lines.